Hello guys, welcome back to Pause and welcome to our top 5 brand new games that was announced at this year's E3. So anyone who doesn't know, E3 is the Electronic Entertainment Expo and it is held in Los Angeles every single year. This year it was held between June the 11th and 13th. And it was held inside the Los Angeles Convention Center. However, it's not just the Convention Center and those couple of dates, which is the important stuff. A lot of the big gaming companies will hold their own press conferences around the E3 Expo as well. This year was no different. So it all started this year with EA Play on Sunday, June the 8th. That was held in the Hollywood Palladium. They also had a full day event and offered deep dive trailers into some of their biggest titles. Sunday they had the Microsoft and Bethesda press conferences, and then the Monday we had the PC Gaming Show, Square Enix and Ubisoft E3 press conferences, and then Nintendo released their video presentation on Tuesday right before the E3 Expo actually started. So before anything that actually entered into the convention center, we had a lot of reveals and a lot of new information. So this video today is going to be looking at my top 5 games which were announced and released. Some of them we already knew were coming, but we did have some new trailers or new information out of E3. So let's get started and let's have a look at my number 5 new game that's coming in within the next couple of years. Okay, at number 5 is Borderlands 3. So this was announced quite a while ago, but it's coming very soon. So this is developed by Gearbox Software and is published by 2K Games, and is the third in the Borderlands series, the 4th main entry you could argue, and it is set to be released on the 13th of September this year. It will be released for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And also a Google Stadia port has been confirmed, but that will be released a little bit later. So Borderlands 3 is more of the same. It's a loot-driven first-person shooter where you can play either on your own or in parties up to 4 people. You can make a character from one of 4 classes available and take on various missions given out by non-playable characters and at bounty boards to gain experience. So it is a looting, shooting kind of style game, and if anyone's played any of the others, I think the third installment is going to be even better, and I can't wait to get playing with this in September. Okay, number 4 on my list is a very strange one and something that you might be surprised by. So, a very strange surprise announcement was made during E3, and that is for a brand new Blair Witch game. So, based on the Blair Witch movie from God knows how many years ago, there is a new game coming, and it's being released on August the 30th of this year. So it's developed by Blooper Team, who are the same guys that did Layers of Fear. And it's obviously got a tie-in with Lionsgate, who I guess own the franchise now. So Lionsgate Games apparently is a thing as well. So between the two of them, they are making this game. It will be released on Xbox One and Steam. Currently, have been announced. So yeah, I am very much intrigued by this. I'm a big fan of the film, the original film. But yeah, they're classing it as a story-driven psychological horror game based on the cinematic lore of the Lionsgate Blair Witch movie. So yeah, it's an interesting one, this, and I'm intrigued by it, and I'm very much looking forward to getting my hands on it. So yeah, weird one, but this is my number 4. Okay, in at number 3 is Super Mario Maker 2. So I never actually got a chance to play the first one because I didn't own a Wii U, but I do own a Switch, and I'm really excited to play this. I mean, it comes out in about a week at the time of recording this video, and I can't wait to start playing with it. So this is developed by Nintendo and obviously published by Nintendo, and it is being released on June the 28th. So it is generally a level editor / platformer. However, this new version, Super Mario Maker 2, does have does have a little bit of a campaign story mode in there as well, which kind of helps you rebuild a castle that's been destroyed. So yeah, they class it as a kind of side-scrolling platform game with a game creation system built in. But yeah, you're basically making your own Mario levels, putting them up out there for the world to play, and you can download other people's levels, and it just becomes a big community of people playing Mario, really. So I'm really looking forward to it. And the good thing about Mario Maker 2 is that this now contains multiplayer games and cooperative modes, include co-op, and also you can have sort of versus modes as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to this one. Like I said, it's out on June 28th, so very, very soon. And I think we will probably do some Mario Maker on the channel, because I think making some of these levels will fit our channel a little bit. I don't know. I'm thinking I might do some here on Pause Games anyway, so look forward to that in about a week. Okay, so number 2. This is kind of 2 parts. I mean, the main thing here is the Final Fantasy VII Remake, which, if anybody who knows me or has watched the channel for a while will know that I am a massive fan of Final Fantasy VII. I still stand by it being the best game ever made. Like, genuinely, I think the original Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game ever. So this is... I'm very much looking forward to this. So they are remaking the entirety of Final Fantasy VII, Square Enix that is, and it's due to be released on March the 3rd, 2020. So that was a date that we found out very recently through E3, and we have also received quite a few bits of new footage and new information through E3 as well. So currently, they have only announced this for PlayStation 4. I assume it will be released for Xbox One at some point down the line, but they haven't announced that just yet. So Final Fantasy VII is an action role-playing game. The original was very much a turn-based battle system. This new version, the new remake, is a bit more of an action orientated battle, but it's still retaining some of those old sort of ATB bars and summons and magic and all that kind of stuff. So it looks like it's been quite a faithful recreation, and I am very much looking forward to getting my teeth sunk into this next March. Now, as I've said at the start of this is my all-time favourite game, Final Fantasy VII, so it obviously must take something to beat that in my list here. And number 1, yeah, it is something a little bit special. However, before we get through to number 1, I just want to quickly mention something else that was released or announced during E3, and it kind of links to Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy VIII, they've also announced that there is going to be a remastered version coming out later on this year. Now, it's not a full-fledged remake like Final Fantasy VII, but they are sort of targeting the graphics and re-releasing it and remastering it for new consoles. So having this on something like the Switch or something like that, so you can play it on the go, is going to be quite useful. So yeah, that again, I'm going to link it in with number 2 with Final Fantasy VII, because I really like 8. 7, 8 and 9 were my favourites. So yeah, any kind of new release or remastering is fine by me. Okay, so number 1, what is it going to be? I mean, it's probably no great surprise for anybody who's seen the last, 10 videos on the channel, but it is Planet Zoo. So Planet Zoo is being developed by Frontier, who are the same guys who did Planet Coaster, and also previously worked on Zoo Tycoon, RollerCoaster Tycoons, and all that kind of stuff. So it is ingrained in their nature to build games like this, and I think it's quite clearly very much a passion project for Frontier, and it looks incredible. Literally, as soon as new information, a new screenshot, anything new that comes out makes me fall in love with this game even more. So it is due to be released a little bit later on this year. A lot of new information has been released over E3, with still so much more to come over the next couple of months. But yeah, it truly does look like a phenomenal game, and it looks like Planet Coaster on steroids. It really does. And then you throw in animals into the mix as well, and I'm a big fan of animals in real life, and the fact that this has got a nice conservation kind of angle as well. It's going to be amazing. So this is my number 1 game from E3 2019, and it's probably going to be my game of the year. And like I said before, Final Fantasy VII has been my favourite game ever in life since I played it for the first time, God knows when, back when a PlayStation 1 was the latest console. So yeah, I was a big fan of it then. I'm still a big fan of it now. But for something to top that excitement, like Planet Zoo has, just shows you how much this game is special. So that is my top 5 games from E3. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's something a bit different, but most of this stuff that I've talked about will probably be covered one way or another here on the channel. Super Mario Maker 2 definitely, Planet Zoo 100% will be on the channel. The others, maybe, they don't really fit with our kind of demographic and our kind of style here, but we might dabble in them a couple of times when they come to be released. But even so, they are my top 5 games that I am most looking forward to from this year's E3. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, don't forget to give us a like down below. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all of our content. Fancy a chat, head over to Twitter and Discord. And if you want to help us out, do that by going to the Patreon page. All the links are down below in the description. But for now, guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.